Okay, cool. We're live. All right. What's up, everybody? What's up? So, this is I don't think this is the first stream we've done. But it's the first stream that I've done without a hat. Where you can see a sort of a bit of color in my hair now. That's pretty cool. A small little detail, but I'm pretty happy with it. Anyway, that's not what we're here today for. We're here to write some music. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to be doing today. It's going to be purely like just work. We're going to be trying to do what we do best here at NCO Music Studio, at Time Traveler 65 Incorporated, whatever, whatever you want to call it. We're just going to hop straight into it because I have been sort of I've been sort of pushing back this track a little bit, and it's been a little. It could be better. It could be better. So, if you were here for the last stream that we did, it was around midnight PST, 3 a.m. EST. We were working on this track called Edge of Exploration, and I spent a lot of that stream sort of developing new sounds because I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted in terms of like a sound palette. But today we're actually going to go ahead and we're going to dive deeper into this. We're going to be using some of the stuff that we've gathered. I think this is one of the instruments. Let's check. Yeah, that was an instrument that we developed last stream. Let's quickly check which one this is. I don't remember. I'm actually going to put a message into chat to say that we're going to be working. I may not reach out very often. We are working. In the zone. Sure, why not? That's sort of like a buffer. Right. Mainly unpinned at the end of stream. There we go. All right, perfect. All right, so now that's there. So this one, it's called Empty Box. Why do we name it Empty Box? Let's take a look at some of the other sounds that we have here. So under my category, we have digital bells. That was one we created last stream. Also, I've decided to give myself a challenge this stream, and this one I'm actually very excited for. We are going to be writing with one of the worst time signatures, and that is A flat minor. If you aren't aware, it is. I have no idea what's happening outside. Jonah's in the pool. If you're not aware, 7 sharps. All of them are not 7 sharps, 7 flats. All of the notes here are flat. Here, we can take a look at the key up here. This is not an ideal key because then we start getting into C flats are technically B naturals and F flats are technically E naturals. It's very chaotic. But I'm going to give myself the challenge of trying to write in this key. Okay, that's cool, but I think that was something I made for the Uncharted soundtrack. Sounds pretty cool here, but I don't think that's what I'm looking for. And this is something that I made for what did I make this for? I forget. I think I made this for a game jam. And that's sort of shown up in quite a bit of my work. So, That is, I think. What do we do to this? I hear a delay effect of some sorts. Yeah. Let's turn that off very quickly. Okay. What am I thinking in terms of like what I want to do? I think, okay, let's quickly go back over what I have here with this piano melody here, because I kind of like it. Okay. Okay, so there's something specific that I want to do with the song. Every 90 about 90% of my tracks start with about 4 measures of an intro on a pad, a vocal, whatever. I don't want that to fit. I don't want this track to fit that type. I want this to start off with a melody here, and I need to hear it in a way, but I don't know what I want to do. Let's try something up here. Hang on, we might have an idea here. Let's go ahead and hit record. Something like that actually doesn't sound too bad. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move this back here. We might come back to this idea later. But for now, I really like this melody here. As a concept. Let's go ahead and let's put that in. Okay. Um, Oh, I think I know what the problem is. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this section. I wasn't a big fan of it. But we do need to, start this on 5. We stretch out to here. About. Try that. No, don't pick up that note. This goes over to 9, and then this goes over to 13. Okay, let's go ahead and let's... What's up, King Maru? What? How you doing? I'm good. How about you? I'm doing good myself. We're working on a new track from scratch. Yeah, we're just trying something new here. Let's bring that velocity up. I just made my track a little... Oh, that's awesome. What'd you make a track on? If you don't mind me asking, that is. I do like that intro. Oh, just a beat that's free for everyone. That's free. Everyone can use. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I love doing stuff like that. All the music on my streams is also free for everyone to use. DMCA free. Let's go ahead and put some markers down. Is a beat for freestyle / rap? Oh, okay, okay. So I see you're allowing people to freestyle over your beat. That's actually really cool. I unfortunately don't do anything like that, but I have huge respect for the people that do, because I know those beats are not easy to come up with. What else do we have? Yeah, so I'm a YouTube channel called Maru Prods. Oh, okay. I think that can work. Let's try putting that in. How about you? What are you making? So today we are working on a soundtrack for a standalone soundtrack, I'll say. So we have 2 tracks already. I will go ahead and I will share the first one. Since it's been a while since we've listened to it, I can't remember the first time we've or last time we've worked on it. So this is called Message from Deep Space. The name's gonna change. But this is what sort of sparked the idea. Actually, hang on. Let me go ahead and throw this into Pro Tools. Perfect. All right. So this is the track Message from Deep Space. It's somewhere towards the middle of our soundtrack. So let's quickly go over what this is for. Name idea, the call from the heavens. That's a pretty good idea, but I don't think it fits with the theme of the story we're trying to tell here. So here's a little document that I've been sort of whipping up for the project. So to put it simple, you as an explorer receive a transmission from an unknown origin. And so you build your ship, you fly out to find the message, and you have a bit of troubles along the way. You eventually find the planet, and all that you find are the ancient remains of who used to live there. And in those remains, you find a relic of their society. Zelda vibes, that gives me sort of. I can definitely see a Zelda vibe, yeah. But so in this relic, it gives you a second clue as to where to find this ancient race. And so after another incident, you manage to find your way there. And so we have a few key points to hit in this story. These are going to be the tracks that we're going to be building. So when you receive the transmissions, when you build the ship, your first setback, which is flying through an asteroid field, landing on planet 1, finding the ancient relic of this race, learning about their past through hieroglyphics, finding this pre-recorded message, setback number 2, and then landing on planet number 2. I think we're only going to have 2 planets that we go. How about Winds of Wisdom? How about it? That's a very interesting name. I might... I like it. I'll sit on that one. I'm gonna go ahead and leave a... How do you spell that? Wisdom? Here, I'll put that there. I'll put that pin in that one, because I kind of like the name. But yeah, that's the story that we're trying to build here. Make sure that's spelled correct. Oh, okay, there's an N in there. Hang on. So no H and then an N. Okay. We'll see, because we also have to make sure that the titles of the songs are able to convey the story. No, I think my spelling is wrong. My bad. Is it correct the first time? Because if it's correct the first time, then I'll just copy and paste that into the document. Move that down here for now. Because English is not my first thing. Oh, okay. I think that's the spelling that you're trying to go for then. Winds of Wisdom. Which is still a pretty cool title. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I still like that as a as an idea. That one could be really cool. All right, so now what we're trying to do is we're trying to make sort of a space exploration song. So around this, I think the part that I'm trying to put this in is somewhere around here or here, sort of like a one of their space adventures where they're having a setback. So we need to have a section of tension in this song somewhere. And right now, I think we have a perfect key for that with A flat minor. Good thing that creativity is a strong power I have. Yeah, I think creativity is a strong power that a lot of people possess. And it's always so unique. Lots of people can say they have creativity, and you'll never find someone who has the exact same idea as you. So in here, here we go. Try that for now. See how well that aligns. I think the name fits perfectly, but that's on you to see. Yeah, we'll definitely see where, if we can fit a title like that in. As I said before, titles do need to be able to convey the story as well. I think people will definitely get very lost if they aren't able to pick up on the story. It's the same method that I used for the last time we did this. Let me see if I can pull it up very quickly. No, it's not Minecraft Reimagined. It is Worlds Beyond Our Own. Where are you? There you are. Alright, so this is our previous album, Worlds Beyond Our Own. We did a similar style to this, where it is a completely standalone soundtrack with its own story. So the story of Worlds Beyond Our Own is you want an escape from your reality, and someone comes by and offers you it. He offers you to show you a world beyond anything you've ever seen, full of creatures and life. And hesitant at first, you say yes. And then, without any warning, he opens a magical portal to this land. And after you go through, the portal closes behind you. And so, taking a look around, everything looks beautiful. And you begin to... So you're saying that any track is a part of the history? Yes, every track has a purpose. No track is filler in stuff like this. So here, let's quickly... I'm going to go ahead and unmute this very quickly. We can go through this very quickly, just as sort of like a brief introduction to how I work. So, this is the first track. It explains, it tells the story of someone who's troubled, someone who doesn't like where they are. Obviously, they're trying to run away. And later down the line, I think somewhere around here, someone comes up to you and offers you a chance to see a world beyond anything you've ever seen. And he gives you a little peek into that world. I like when people tell history on albums and tracks that you can feel you in it, though. I do too. It's great. And so, taking a bit of hesitance, you accept the offer. And he opens this portal. and you step through, and the portal closes behind you. And that's the introduction to the story. That's the expedition. No, don't shuffle it. So now we get a proper view of the world. It's sort of like a rehash of what just happened. We hear that portal break again. And now we use the same melody that we used in the previous song, but in a new context. He's somewhere better. He's somewhere magical. And we can hear that scattered throughout the song. One of the greatest examples is XX Tentacion's album with a question mark. I haven't heard too much of XX Tentacion's work. But I know he was really talented in what he did, and a lot of people really liked his music. But this song, what this song is supposed to do, is supposed to set up our expectations for the world. It creates almost a palette of sound. Like how artists will create like these paintings using like colors, like very specific colors. I created this song with the intention of painting with specific sounds, specific instruments. So the story continues. He travels further into the world, and it's where we find this forest full of magic and life. And this is the song that sparked this soundtrack, Magic of the Forest. I can see this whole album on a little RPG game. I can too, and that's the great part. I love writing soundtracks. I love telling stories. So using the same instruments that we just used to establish the world, we now create sort of a darker atmosphere within this new realm of ours. I would contact you to use you on my game if I was a game developer. I am very flattered. I have had the great opportunity of working on a couple games. Small indie games here and there. As the music composer, and I love doing it every time. So that's what hopefully, that's what I want to do in the future as a full-time career. But yeah, now we're wandering through sort of a mystical, rich, like, dark environment of the forest. Of this new world that we've stepped into. But hey, so far I'm impressed. Great work, dude. Keep going. Thank you so much. That really means a lot to me. The song is really just all about exploration and building that world around you. You can hear some of those dark motifs, those instruments coming in and out as you move through one section of the piece. It's so good. I'm so happy with this album. It's just full of little details here and there that really stand out. I also did an album that tells my life. Dude, that is awesome. That's so cool to do albums that tell stories of your life. I've yet to do one of those, but yeah, that's such an awesome idea for an album. So after traveling through the dark forest, you run into the civilization in this land. And it's a town of people who live sort of in a forest, almost like a hollowed out tree. And they're kind. They are very civil. Not human, but just mystical creatures. It's on my YouTube as a whole lo-fi album. Wow. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to check that out. Very quickly, what did you say your name was on YouTube? It was Meru Prods. I will definitely have to check that out sometime soon. I can send the link if you want to. I think you might get sniped down from the link. Because the bots are pretty... The bots are pretty secure on making sure links don't go through. But yeah, so the story here is you run into this little tribe, this little civilization of people, and they share with you the story of this mystical, magical well that can grant you a wish. Any wish you want. And so our protagonist here decides to take a trip through the night to go find this well. Back into the mystical forest. Back to go find this one thing that can send him home or make him happy. So we have this... we have another world-building track. This sort of takes place at night. Or you can check out my original channel, King Maru. Okay, I'll make a mental note for myself to go check that out. Thank you so much for sharing that, though. That sounds really awesome. And finally, after traveling through the entire night, we make it to the wishing well. I think the wishing well is probably one of my favorite tracks that I've written. It's almost 20 minutes of pure lo-fi. That's awesome. I'm not very good at lo-fi. I'm trying to write my first lo-fi album, but it's definitely not my strongest suit. So the wishing well is this sacred ground to the people of the town of Lystern. It's rarely ever visited because the people in the town of Lystern are very happy with their lives, and so they never need to worry about anything. And the title names tell you what I do or happened in life, which is a smart move that I did. It really is. It really is a smart move, and I think that's sort of a similar strategy to what I'm doing with this album, sort of using the title names to say what is happening or how people should be feeling. But yeah, so our protagonist arrives at the wishing well, and he comes to a decision of, does he want to stay, or does he want to wish his world to be better so he can go back? And I think one of the smartest things I did about this story was I left it open. I didn't write the ending. I just simply said he has a decision. And that's where it ends. It leaves it very open-ended. To me, to others. It's great. What's the reason you did this? Just because. I love storytelling. I think that's probably... As bad as I am writing, I realize that I tell really good stories through my music. And a lot of people keep asking me, what's the context behind this? What's the reason for this? What happens during this track? And I never had an exact reason when I was writing these standalone albums before, or just basic game soundtrack. So I wanted to challenge myself to write a story only telling music. And I think Worlds Beyond Our Own is by far my greatest project to date. And I want to follow it up. I want to have a successor to that. So that's what we're working on. That's what we're working on today. And in the following months. The reason why I tell people... my reason was tell people that how my life is, and to give a message that live your life on the fullest. That is awesome. That is a really great message to put into music. I think the people that do it really well. Everyone always has a different life experience, but there's always someone in the world who can relate to you. And I think that, especially writing from the soul, writing from personal experience, is probably the greatest form of art. So yeah, that sounds like an awesome album. I will definitely have to check that out. Here, we'll go ahead and put this on just in the background. Oh, never mind. I forgot this layout doesn't have a now playing screen. Took me 1 month to make it. 20 minutes of music in 1 month? Holy crap, that's quick. That's awesome. But yeah, I think we have a second track for this actually. And I'll go ahead and throw that in here mainly for me, so I keep track of stuff. 10 tracks on it. Okay, so about 2 minutes per track. Yeah, that's pretty normal. Here, where is it? We have another song here called We Were Called Here. It's a lot shorter. Message from Deep Space is my longest song by far. It's like 5 minutes and like 45 seconds ish. But this one, We Were Called Here, is Planet 1, where when you land on the first planet and you get the vibes that someone was here. And I made this album with my soul and my heart, and I'm pretty happy with how it came out. As you should be. Anything you pour your heart and your soul into, I am a firm believer, should be one of your proudest works. That's great. I'm so glad to hear that you're happy with how it came out. This song I keep going flip-flop with. I think there's stuff in it that I... Is it the song? No, I think it's a different song actually that I scrapped from this whole project because I didn't like it. Yeah, this is more of an atmospheric track. Once again, sort of coloring out the place that we're in. I can see myself on a great adventure with this playing in on my headphones. Thank you. I definitely wanted this to be like an adventure type story. Someone going out to the far edge of the universe to find something that they're looking for. It's great. I love it. I also love that bass sound. That bass sound is so cool. Alright, so these two can go in there. I'll go ahead and save those so that when I work on the project, we still have an idea of like what the sound of the album should be. I can feel the hard work and soul you put into this. I'm so proud of you, man. Thank you so much. That really means a lot for me to hear. And hey, I gotta go listen to your album too, because by the sounds of it, you also put a lot of hard work into it and a lot of dedication. All right, let's go ahead and let's get back into this track here, which again is a space exploration. So we're sort of getting an idea of the situation that they're in, our protagonists are in, as well as the threats that lie ahead. Thanks so much for the follow, King Muru. That really means a lot. Thank you. Alright, we need transition there. I don't think I'm going to worry on the transition yet, but it's going to bother me eventually. I'm going to go ahead and try that over this. Okay, just something to try. We can go ahead and get rid of this. Actually, no, yeah, we'll keep it. It's fine. Let's go ahead and let's quantize this. Okay. Let's hear that. Okay. Okay, let me let's find out what makes this instrument tick very quickly, because I think I want to try and slow it down. Is it you? I don't know if it's you. We might need to adjust the melody then in that case. But I could say to myself that one of the best tracks, in my opinion, in terms of games is Mario Galaxy. It's so perfect. I do really like the Mario Galaxy soundtrack. That one's really great. But I think my top soundtrack, undeniably, is the Subnautica Below Zero soundtrack. I have to say, I'm a little biased though, because that might be what got me into music writing. But I have to say, it is my favorite soundtrack of all time. Or Undertale 2. Undertale is really good. I love the Undertale soundtrack. It's very simplistic, but when it does get really complicated, it does it really well. I think that's great. Undertale itself is just a great indie game. I absolutely love it. Okay. Try putting these up in octave. Let's just see what happens. I don't think it's working. We might need to change that. But Mario Galaxy track made my childhood and especially has a special place in my heart. That's completely fair. I completely respect that. Nostalgia does play a huge factor for me too when it comes to certain soundtracks. I think specifically maybe the Plants vs Zombies soundtrack. Um, yeah, that one really strikes a nostalgic chord. That one will always have a place in my heart for being my childhood. One of the first, I think it was definitely the PopCap games. It was Zuma, Peggle, right? Peggle, yeah, Peggle, Bookworm, Bejeweled 3, and Plants vs Zombies. The track that makes me tear up is Space Junk Galaxy level. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I do know the soundtrack, and the soundtrack is really good overall. Let's try something else. Do we have any other instruments here? Let's go ahead and change this very quickly. Let's go to sustains. Hear it if you can, just a few seconds. I don't think... Can I? I don't know. I know Nintendo is very stingy about their music being heard outside of their games. I'm not sure if that's going to affect the stream at all. But let me see. Let me see if I can find it on Spotify. It doesn't appear to be on Spotify, which is really weird. It's not on Spotify, sadly. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That was a pretty cool chord. What was I hitting? But then that's stepping out of the chord. I wouldn't mind it. It sounds kind of nice, but it needs to be done well. I don't know. Do I want to tap into my music theory for something like this? What's on SoundCloud? Oh, it's on SoundCloud? Let me check that. Hang on. What's it called again? Space Junk Galaxy. let's see very quickly. Can I... Gonna be honest, it's been years since I've logged into my, Okay, cool. Space junk, galaxy. All right, let's hear a little snippet of this. Yeah, I really like the music of this. It sounds really cool. I love the little call and response of the piano and the whistling. That's really cool. Ooh, that's really nice. I'm shivering from nostalgia. That's completely fair. This song is really nice. Ooh, I really like that part. Where it does the little chords up and then back down. Nintendo really did a perfect job for this game. I definitely think they did. This is one of the best Mario games to exist. That was awesome. That was great. Let's jump back over here. Because we have a melody to work out. And it came out the year I was born. Also, you're as old as the game. Oh, that's really cool. When you grow up with a game at the same age as you. Okay, I wanted to actually do something very quickly. First off, we should probably quantize this. Maybe that would help with our problems here. Oh yeah, no, that definitely helped. Oh, 2007. Okay. I really grew up with the game. Yeah, definitely. Being born in the same year as a game is definitely, especially the game that you love playing. That's really growing up with the game, and that's really nice. I wanted to swap out these chords to something else. I gotta decide what I like more. It's gonna be the hard part. And be born in the same year that comes out with one of the best games ever. Exactly. Especially when it's a really, really good game. Then we're on to something. And my camera decided to break again. Great. Where are you, Facecam? Let's deactivate. And then reactivate. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Let's hear this from the beginning again. Oh, yes! Yes! That piano sound is heavenly. Hang on, I want to quickly go to that second chord. Let's try and space this out just a little bit more. Let's try that. Yes. Okay, that one needs work as well. All right. When I was born the same year, has Mario Galaxy. I was like, holy moly, I was born the same year. No way, man. I think especially because 2007 was when like Nintendo games in particular, started getting like really nice. They weren't like obviously the most like intense graphics wise, but they definitely like had like a really nice structure, really good game mechanics, and overall like just were really fun to play. Because I think that was around the time when the Wii came out. And the Wii's probably one of my favorite consoles to date. Probably besides like, I'd probably put like PS4 and then like the Wii, in terms of like my rankings, and then PS4, Xbox 360, and then the Wii, and then maybe Nintendo Switch. To make things special, I was born on a 13th of a Friday. Ooh, you got that luck on you. So you're born on Friday the 13th. What did I just do? Perfect. I'm actually gonna go ahead and extend these out to here. Bring this to over here. Alright, let's hear this whole intro again. Put that there. I really want the intro to sort of feel freeform. Like there's no real like tempo to it or anything. Cuz I think that'll sort of help get like I think those chords in particular really set up the theme that this is a space motif. I don't know why, but I can see it. I can say I was born on the peak of a year and a spooky day, like they say. Yeah, the Friday the 13th spooky logic. Honestly, I don't think I've had a bad Friday the 13th. At least not a horrendously bad one. I just think it's another Friday. I'm going to go ahead and extend these out a little more. I think this one I would really like a 7th in. This might be a little too much, but let's add a 7th and see where this goes. Let me go ahead and make this about the same length. Versus without the 7th. With the 7th. It's kind of potent. It's definitely sort of souring the sound a bit, but I don't know if I like that or if I don't. I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it muted for now. I might go back to that idea later down the line when I'm looking for that tension. I might go for the 7ths because this is a very flat, heavy key that we're in, and I really want to make use of that. And I want to remind everyone that's like, hey, this is not a fun journey. We are in danger. Every turn we make has danger. I have an idea. Why not use a little samples from Space Junk Galaxy, the piano part, but not too much. Just to add a little surprise. I'm not really a big fan of sampling other songs. And it's not that like I frown upon it or I like despise anyone who does, because I don't. People obviously make music as they please. Just no AI. Absolutely no AI. But personally for me, I'm just not I'm not one to use samples or samples from other tracks. I'm just not. I don't feel like I have the talent to sort of build around those samples. A lot of my ideas sort of have like their own structure, and it's hard to fit something in that structure that isn't handcrafted to fit it. So like this is a very free form melody. Like sure it's like the 16 bars, but barely anything's quantized properly. That's because I sort of want it to feel like you're floating out in space. Like there's nothing like holding you back. Not like samples, but throw it in the middle like a little reference. I might. As much as I like, as much as I love like songs, as much as I love music, and especially like melodies, sometimes I will like throw in a little nod to something. But Nintendo in particular tends to be very protective over what they own. I don't know how easily I could do that without getting into legal trouble and getting the absolute living daylights smacked out of me in a legal case. That's why I'm always like very hesitant to reference Nintendo games whenever I work. I'll reference like a lot of different stuff. I think I wrote a whole resource pack for Minecraft, and I referenced a lot, very heavily, Subnautica Below Zero in that. But Nintendo, I would not touch with a 20-foot pole, otherwise they're going to legally come after me. Which, I mean, it's fair. It's their IP. It's their work. Yeah, Nintendo can be a pain in the butt. Yeah. I wouldn't like to get on Nintendo's bad side. One, I would like to work with them in the future on a game. That would be pretty sick, if at all possible. So I don't want to get in their bad graces there. But, yeah, I don't know. It's one of those cases where it's better to craft something to fit the mold than to try and put something there that might not exactly fit like a jigsaw puzzle. I don't know. It's we might do and allude to it in this track, since it's a really nice track. But Nintendo is very, very possessive over what they own. Let's get a timpani roll in here for the time being, because it's gonna drive me mad. Is it in here? No, where'd I put that timpani roll? I'm gonna lose my mind. Is it here, Audacity stuff? There you are. Timpani roll. Hello. Welcome to the party. But I think Nintendo can be a bit overprotective. I mean, technically, there's no such thing as overprotective. They own all that. Like, it's theirs to do whatever they want. You know, I don't blame them, but I do think that they're being a little stingy with stuff. All right, let's hear this very quickly. Okay, first off, hello. Let's get some of that on. Come on. There we go. And let's just drag this down to make it a bit more of an exponential curve. Okay, first off, you can go right there, you can go there, and shrink this all the way over here. This is about how it should look. This is a bit weird. I don't know if something's got to fill the gap here. But I'm thinking it's probably going to be more of a swell of like some sort of instrument, like a pad of some sorts. Yeah, like they're a bit too much sometimes, but I understand that they won't lose money. Someone reposts the whole track of a game. Sometimes you will. It's really scummy of people who do that. An artist by the name of Ben Prunty is constantly having to take off false claims because other people take his music, rewrite it, and then all of a sudden it's theirs now. And so then it false claims any video with like the FTL soundtrack in it. It's really annoying. It is what it is. YouTube really needs to fix their systems. But yeah, there's a lot of copyright in place when it comes to music. I'm not gonna pretend like I know all of it, but I know at least enough to know. I know at least enough to avoid the major landmines when they come, and sort of where not to step. Shrink this down and then bring this in. I'm also going to bring this in. I'm really not liking this. We might need to go with something completely different. I'm going to go ahead and mute this. For example, I heard the track from the game God of War and made me play the game. Yeah, sometimes it'll work as promotional material, but for the most part, studios prefer to keep their what's theirs under lockdown, so other companies can't use it to their advantage. And it's usually how stuff like that works. Just companies keeping what's theirs as long as they can. What do I want to do? Remind me what you are again. I think we had a problem last time where we couldn't get we couldn't get one of our main instruments to play because for some odd reason it doesn't want to work anymore. Wait a second. Where are? That's a bit weird. Where are my favorite instruments? Okay, great. Now I gotta do a whole search for them. But hey, Nintendo is Nintendo. I don't blame them. I want to do the exact. I don't want to do the same, to be honest. Exactly. It's like they are very like protective over their stuff, and it's like, yeah, we get it. We just don't like it. Okay, you can stop that whenever you want. There we go. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab this, bring it down. Just going to put this here. Sort of like an introduction. Get a delay on that. Let's do multi-delay. Can we get like a ping pong effect on it? Yeesh, that is not what I want to do. There we go, a little bit more streamline. No, it's got to be like dotted fourth. Hang on. Just this. I once saw a meme that was like a mom named their newborn baby Mario. Nintendo. Nani? Yeah. I think the funny part is, they named Mario after an employee. I think Kirby was named after a lawyer they had. If I'm not mistaken, this is like years since I read an article like that. But that's what I think that's what the origin of it. Like the lawyer's last name was Kirby, and so they named they were in a legal pursuit against someone else. I forget who. But then they were like, "Hey, we want to name a character after you." All right, let's. What were the effects I had on this again? Let me quickly look at my notes. What was it under? Was it under VST samples? No, references. Alright, so this had a sci-fi on it. Let's go ahead and put that back on. Wherever that may be. Here we go, modulation, sci-fi. And I think Mario comes from Jumpman from original Donkey Kong game. Oh yeah, no, that's definitely another character that they used. Yep. 14.4 for you. We'll stick to there. 6.2 hertz for you. Game should be fine. Alright, let's quickly hear this. Perfect. And then we gotta put a talk box on you. Nyx is like 56%. Formant, vowel is that, and you are like negative 17. Right, now you should be. Perfect. But we can say Nintendo saved the game Journ way back then. I'm not entirely sure what Journ. Oh, the game genre, I think. Yeah, I think that's game genre, way back in the day. Yeah, they definitely saved gaming in the very early days. I think without them, it definitely would not have gotten off the ground. All right, let's try something here. So I'm going to go ahead and extend this one more, and we're going to go ahead and put a filter over you. Vintage filter. Okay, should be good. But anyways, I need to say, and good luck on your track. Take good care of yourself, man. Oh, you need to go. Yeah, no worries. Thank you so much for stopping by. It really means a lot that you stuck by, shared some of the work that you've been doing. I'll make sure to check it out after stream. But yeah, thank you all. Thank you so much for stopping by. That really means a lot to me, and for following as well. I want to make sure that this goes the way I think it will. Close. I like the idea. I just need to work on the execution. It's my pleasure. Yeah, thank you once again. Thank you so much. I think we're actually gonna go ahead and raid someone since I think I'm out of time for stream. I was hoping to stream longer, but I think yeah, it's about time for me to hop off for the go do some other stuff. So yeah, thank you everyone so much for tuning in, but unfortunately I got to. Let's go raid the lovely teeners. So 2 N's, I believe. Nope. So 2 R's. My bad. There we go. All right. Well, thank you everybody so much for tuning in. We did a decent amount of work today. I'm actually pretty happy with it. Let's quickly save here, because I'd be ashamed if we lost. If we lost it. So thank you everyone. I'll catch you all sometime in the near future. Bye bye.